that seemed like one of the gutsiest performances I've seen from a group.
Yeah, and I thought, I told them in there, just their mentality was consistent throughout. I really mean that. Even in the timeouts, you get down 10, you get down 12, the swings in the game. I never felt like anybody wavered. And that doesn't mean you're going to win the game. But we all know in the NBA, playoffs, these games are so long, and you just try to give yourself a chance. And we did that. And we played out possessions. I thought we were much more patient offensively those last 6 minutes to get a good shot up each time down. Like even Russ's shot in the corner. I know they were pre-rotating Nikola. You got to take the best shot possible, and he took it. And I thought our defensive intensity was good in the fourth quarter. And Aaron's going to be a hero again. But I'm also looking at 14 rebounds. I'm looking at 22 points. I'm looking at ball handling responsibilities, leadership. He is a Denver Nugget, man. Like he is the soul of our team. So cool to see him have two moments that no one will ever forget.
Coach, it looked like Nikola refused to let you lose. At the same time, he's losing his temper. The crowd's on him. Just kind of, can you go over what you saw from him in the 18-point fourth quarter? Felt like he was everywhere, including maybe in his own head, their head, and just a lot going on in that last quarter with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the crowd affects him ever. I did think the physicality, they were bringing 3 and 4 bodies at him. He had to play through that. He had some unbelievable finishes around the basket. And the biggest thing for us was he finally saw the three-point shot go in. And with their drop coverage and the way they played, that put them in much longer rotations, which puts him in closeout situations where he can actually handle it, spin, score in the paint. And him playing in the middle of the floor as opposed to on the block is hard, because now you're really having to bring bodies, 15, 16 feet away from him, as opposed to on the block. You have a set defense to rotate and take him away. So, Jamal was great early. Nikola was great late and, throughout as usual. But once again, like I said, a lot of guys stepping up, and it's just cool to see Aaron Gordon be the guy that finishes it.
You mentioned the mentality being consistent throughout. What do you feel like that's a product of with this team?
They're just for each other. It's like I just never saw anything where you're going, yeah, we're kind of losing it. Maybe competitively, because that's what happens in a playoff game. Both teams, they want this so bad. But just the communication on the bench, it wasn't about blaming somebody. It was about how can we do this better. What can we do better in a cross match? What can we do better with Shea? That's what it was, even down whatever it was, with the last couple minutes to go. So when you have that and you're just communicating about trying to win a game and not all the other crap that can go on, you give yourself a chance. And we did. The ball bounced our way. We got an opportunity, and Aaron knocked it down.
David. How did you guys win a game where you had 18 turnovers, they had 23 points off those turnovers? I think you only made 9 threes all night. How did you win this game?
Yeah, I mean, we hit the glass. I mean, we had, 27 second chance points. That's just all effort on a night where shots are not going in. Unfortunately, they outscored us in fast break 27-21, but 21's a great number. And then we talked about this, the best paint defense maybe I've ever seen. And to get 54 in this building in a playoff game, what that means is you're working really hard to try to stay in the game. And when things that may not be going your way, you only make 10 threes, the assist totals are low. But we just played hard and played together. And like I said, it doesn't mean you're going to win every game that way, but you're going to give yourself a great chance. And we did that, and things worked out for us.
Yeah, I know it's kind of pick your poison, so it leads to a lot of open threes. What do you think about the effort on SGA to at least make it hard for them? And then you just kind of accept some of those, not that you want to leave wide open threes, or I guess how do you maybe limit some of those and still?
Yeah, I think when we look at the tape, I give, Lou Dort and Caruso so much credit. Those shots, just because they're open doesn't mean they're easy shots in a game like this. It speaks to the depth of their team. And yes, we can do a better job of helping on Shea, Jalen, but still getting out and getting a decent contest. But sometimes, just like with us, you have to let somebody shoot the ball when you're playing a first-team All-NBA player, 2 All-Stars that break you down and ISO you. So, yeah, our effort can get better, and that's the great thing about tape. You can go back, you watch it, show it to the guys. This is a very honest group. They're easy to direct in those ways. So winning a game like this is good, obviously, but we can get better.
David, a year ago, that would not have been considered a high-percentage shot. What are you thinking as the ball finds Aaron there? And just more broadly, what have you seen go into his jump shot and his three-pointer this season?
He is so fluid right now, fluidity with his shot. It's very different. Over the years, it's slowly gotten better. There's less of a hitch. There's almost no hitch now. It's just a very fluid up and down shot. His knees release when his elbow does. You know, all the things they tell you when you're 10 years old at camp. It looks that way right now. So it's nice to put him in the corner where you know he can make a shot. And on top of that, you put that man in the corner and he wants to cut on the baseline. We've all saw that in Game 7, that lob dunk he caught. Being able to do both is a weapon, especially when we're playing two-man game with Jamal and Nikola.
You mentioned the kind of conversation this team has where they're open and not blaming each other. From a coach's perspective, how does that help you continue to do your job?
Yeah, I mean, I think it lets you focus on schematics. You know, you don't have to go in and rally the group to stay together in a tough moment. That's already happening, and they're already having that conversation. You know, keep yourself going. You know, keep your head up. And I know it sounds, you know, cliche, but it's not. You know, in this building, how loud it is. You brought up Nikola, the intensity of the game, people calming him down, him calming other people down. You need that. So when I step in there, we can just talk about trying to win the game. You know, not trying to balance egos or any of that stuff. So it goes a long way in high intense moments. Just super proud of the guys.
Coach, how important was it that, you know, they never really ran away from you? Their biggest lead was 14. They would get it to 13. You guys would immediately go get it to 8. They get it to 13. You guys get it to 8. How important was it that you guys just kept kind of chopping wood there a little bit?
So important. And that's what I was talking about, the mentality. You know, would have been really easy for me to come up here and say, we just played Saturday in a Game 7, and we have all the excuses in the world, and we're so tired. And no, it's the playoffs. You only get a certain amount of chances out here. And you're right. Every time they got up, I never sensed, well, you know, we can play in 2 days. We can still even this thing up 1-1. No, this is our opportunity tonight. Live in the present in these moments. These games they're so hard to win. And when you put yourself in a situation like this, like we did, don't waste your energy. You know, stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish. And you're right, because we did that, we never let go of the rope because it felt like a few times it was close, like they were about to blow this thing out in their building, which they do a lot. I mean, this is an amazing team that we're competing against with a great head coach, great players and depth. So yeah, man, like I said, the word of the night for me is just mentality. Like we did it, we stayed with it, and it worked out for us.